Well, the car works again, and I know I was on the verge of carb swapping the car, or potentially considering upgrading it to Holly, although I'm going to be honest, I was leaning towards carb swap because of the price and the value of the car. However, a lot of people made suggestions in the comments, which I greatly appreciate, and I think all of us were right in our own respects. So the issue with the car, as you guys know if you've watched the previous videos, no start with a bad idle, yada yada yada. Did a TFI module, did a distributor, went through everything. If you want to watch those videos, you can. Anyhow, so because I had done 2 distributors, both from AutoZone, Duralast Gold, I assumed, well, okay, I can see one being bad, but what are the odds of 2 being bad and behaving kind of the same way my factory one does? Turns out the odds are pretty damn good. Extremely good, as a matter of fact, because that was the issue. So reading through old forums, reading online, I had seen a lot of stuff said about, hey, these replacement distributors are junk. Only Motorcraft is good. Totally understand that, and that's my mentality with most parts. If you can get OEM, definitely do it. Here's the problem. All that stuff is obsolete, and you can no longer get new Motorcraft distributor parts, PIPs, or TFI modules made in America. You can still get a TFI module, but it's not the same. It's made in China. It's not the quality that they used to be. So I bought a used distributor off eBay, a known good distributor. The guy said it was good. It was pulled from a running car, popped it in, did a base idle reset, car's good to go. So with that said, yeah, I'm stupid. It was the distributor. It was one of the first things I checked all along based on what I was seeing. And I really should have taken heed to the fact that everybody says those distributors are bad. So I want to take the time to say a few things. For one, thanks everybody for your input. Awesome. Really appreciate it. Appreciate you guys even being involved in it. It means a lot. Just mentally to get through it. Because it was down for about a month. And it was only up for a week before that. So I've said before, old cars, you can get parts, contact me to get parts. Hey, I stand by that, and I'll do the best I can. But I will admit, when you're looking at some of these old cars, it is a factor. I mean, obviously, and it always was a factor, but in this instance, you literally can't get good parts. I'll be honest with you, I'm still might carb swap this car for the sake of peace of mind, because when this distributor goes, another junkyard one, or hope I can find a PIP and rebuild my distributor, a new old stock unit, but at what cost, for a vehicle in this condition, which again, it does have rust, it is a repaint, and it has ripped up seats and stuff like that. I'm just trying to use it. So this is just a follow-up. She runs. A lot of you guys were right that said, hey, stick with what you got, or this or that, or it could be simple. You're right. And I'm going to admit that it sucks. But it's not really a bad thing, honestly. I think that your guys' input kind of kept me going and kept me pushing and kept me checking, and I deeply appreciate that. So for now, $1,700 Lincoln is now like a $2,600 Lincoln with some tires in the mix. I bought $300 tires. That's okay. We're going to keep on trucking. We're going to see how many miles we can get on this car. I still love it. It's still great. And, with the help of you guys and your encouragement, I got her back on the road. So appreciate it. This is just a short one. Finale to the saga. She runs. She's good. No mysteries. Just a bad distributor and really terrible quality aftermarket parts. So with that said, thank God. Spend smart. Spend smarter than me. Enjoy the drive.